Hey y'all, and we back with another reaction on the Idaho 4. Why would Brian Kohlberger kill 4 of the students, leaving 2 alive? So y'all come on in. Why did Brian Kohlberger leave? Allegedly killed 4 students with one hunting knife and left 2 other students alive in the house. See, y'all come on in. I'm gonna give y'all time to get in. I ain't gonna rush because I ain't think I was gonna come in, but I'm feeling a lot better, so we can talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. Brian, something about this killing. Now, y'all, this is just my opinion. There's something about the house and the people that lives in the house and the way they run the house. Some just ain't right. So that's what we're gonna wait till y'all and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Now I'm getting red, honey. I'm healing, honey. I'm feeling a lot better. But we're gonna talk about it. They left 2 other people alive, y'all, in the house. We're talking about Brian Kohlberger. Y'all claim that he is the killer. Okay. Now, do you think that if a murder were going to take place, they would have, I'm trying to use another word. If they was going to, I don't want to say kill, y'all. If they was going to unalive 4 bodies, don't you believe that they would have made sure when nobody else in their house? This don't make sense. I mean, that man came in there like a zombie. He knew exactly where they slept. He know where everybody be at. And then you had 2 that was awake and they fought for their life. They fought for their lives. They was awake and good. They wasn't asleep downstairs. Then you had 2 other girls in the house. One decided to sleep downstairs so she won't hear nothing. What, and the other one slept upstairs. Now let me tell y'all something. When that first excuse me, y'all. When this Brian Kohlberger case first came out, that's not what they said happened at the beginning. See, I'd never forget the beginning. They claimed that girl with Bethany slept downstairs. That's what they said at first, y'all. They said Bethany slept downstairs. And then all of a sudden, they changed the plot. They said she was up on the second floor in that room. See, something ain't wrong right with that. Cause first they said uh Daphne and Brittany, what her name? I don't remember these folks' name. But anyway, the other young lady, they slept downstairs. Then the story later on changed, say Daphne was sitting up there on the she was in that room up there. And she said she heard the dog bark and she peeked out the door. Her little story just don't sound right at all. Daphne's story doesn't sound right at all. Okay. So they need to look into Daphne. I don't know why for certain reason that it's a man. I don't know if it's transgender. A man had something to do with this, but they said Brian, but I don't know. I don't think it's Brian. I've been saying it from the beginning. I don't believe Brian is the one. I really don't. I just don't. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The reason why I said it doesn't make sense because ask yourself the time that it happened, the time that it happened. Somebody had to mentally time this accident. Somebody had to walk through this. It's no way they would have went in that house. They was upstairs. How they know they was in that room? Sleep. How they know they still went out on the street? Why are they waiting to those girls in what's the name of her boyfriend? Y'all have to just excuse me. I don't be trying to remember these names. There's so many names because I do other crimes. I just don't understand why they are going to, this didn't happen until they completely got into the house, y'all. This didn't happen to those kids until they got into the house and into the bed and when the lights went off. But it giving me a sense of human that Dylan light was on. Some keep making me think that Dylan light is on. And if Dylan light is on, they know Dylan is in that room. So what we got to do, I'm not saying Dylan had nothing to do with it. What I'm trying to say is, what time did Dylan turn her lights off? Were her lights? What's the moment when she turned her lights out? If that's the moment everybody supposed to be in the bed? Because y'all got to remember now, the killer, listen to what I'm saying. The killer waited until everybody turned out the lights. Except for, God, what's her name and her boyfriend? Because she was doing TikToks. She still had some light on in her house. You know what I mean? They were still woke. They saw the killer in the hallway. So I got to kill them because they know who I am. But the strangest thing, the scariest thing to this case is this person who came in the house act like a zombie, act like he was under under the influence of something. Because instead of going downstairs to start with them first, because he could hear music, they woke. Why would the killer go upstairs first? Y'all see what I mean? It's weird. It's weird in the order, in the pattern that he came in the house. And look, like I would have got the ones who were downstairs awake. You know what I mean? I would have came in there and got the ones who were awake first. That's what I would have did. I would have came in and came in the house, went downstairs and tried to kill these two. Cause they up. They moving around. But now instead, the killer went upstairs first. I don't understand it. I don't understand what made the killer go upstairs first instead of fighting with the ones downstairs first. They gave him a struggle upstairs too. But so when he went up there, he struggled with them girls. Okay? Them girls fought for their life. And to brutally attack them girls like that, it's somebody deal with animals. And they handle them like they were animals. Why though? Why go up there and get them girls first? Why get the girls first? And then you come down the stairs. I mean, you just came down the stairs. Come on, y'all. That don't even sound right. He come down the stairs and then go down in the room and start killing them. What fool to do that? But you left two girls in the house alive. Do you know who you killed? Do they know who they killed? I don't believe Bethany. What her name? Dylan. I don't believe Dylan. I don't believe Dylan's story. I just don't. I don't care what y'all say. I do not believe Dylan's story. Dylan is not telling the truth. And that girl who downstairs sleep, she heard every noise that went on in that house. She heard every noise that happened. Cause she and Dylan supposed to be downstairs sleep together. One room was across the hall from the other one downstairs. That's what they said at the beginning, that they didn't have nothing going on upstairs. And then all of a sudden, Dylan's room had to be upstairs. I don't understand why would the killer start with upstairs before they start with downstairs? And they gave them a hand, boy. They gave them they gave them a struggle. That girl and that boy, I believe somebody helped the killer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe somebody helped that killer. I believe somebody else was in that house. I believe somebody else helped that killer attack them people. I believe somebody else helped them. I wonder why he didn't go downstairs first. Struggle with them too. Because he got a man he got to struggle with. And then to make sure somebody is unalive, to make sure they're unalive, is that they know something about a killer. Or they know something about something. They either know one thing, maybe they know about they saw something, they witnessed something, they didn't want no part of something. And the way people in and out their house before they were killed, some ain't right about that house. And none of them folks came up as a witness. Nobody came up to take up for them. Nobody came to talk for them. All of a sudden, it just shut down quiet. Come on, y'all. Come on. Brian ain't got no cuts or nothing on his finger. He ain't got nothing. Come on now. He ain't got no scratch mark. He ain't got no knife mark. And that person was fighting against him. And she had plenty of time, and Dylan had plenty of time to call police. She wasn't that scared. She was listening to what was going on. She could have dialed 911. While he was down there fighting them, struggling with them, she could have been saying 911, come on, please come on. This man, him, somebody in this house, they're killing these people. And just don't hang up your phone. Just don't hang that phone up. She wasn't that scared. I don't know how this gonna turn out. For deep down in my heart, I know y'all want Brian Kohlberger to be the killer, but I just somehow don't feel like he the killer. A killer knows when somebody in the room. They walk past the room, you can feel somebody watching you. Unless he was somebody who high. Somebody high. But what the motive for killing them? What did they do? What do they know? What did they know? Who owe money? Who owe them people some money that lives in that house? Who put the issues on them? Who owe them folks some money and they had to go with them in the house? But they didn't get the other two girls. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it for real, though. Think about it. And he came right in the door where they left open. What that door doing open? Y'all sleeping like that? Y'all sleeping like that? And I knew it was going to be a killing. The reason why I said I knew it was going to be somebody going to get hurt because there's too many folks in the house. Don't even stay there. The police came over there and said that. So y'all in somebody, the police said the same thing I said. Y'all in somebody's house and y'all don't, they didn't stay there. He said, so y'all in somebody's house and they don't even, and you don't stay here and they not here. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Why are y'all in them people's house and they not at home? Think about it, y'all. People was in their house where they living. And then too, what her name said, child, these girls' names. But anyway, one of the girls said that when the boy called her, she said she was frustrated that people in their house. Why are people in their house and they not there? You got to remember, two more girls still live there too. Bethany and Dylan. Where were they? Bethany, I think she supposed to be keeping an eye, look like me, she was keeping an eye on the two that went to the other party. This don't sound right. I think a lot of people in this case right here need to be, snooped around. And then they take her to 12 o'clock the next evening to call the police. But then, too, before she called the police, she called her friends over there. What? Please. That means that you don't even care nothing about them. You just want them to know that they dead. They deceased. And you call them people in their house in a crime scene. You won't even let them touch the doorknob, touch nothing. But you call people over there. Dylan did. Some jealousy in this thing, y'all. They jealous of that happy couple. See, them couple, all four of them friends were the happiest little couples for the long time. They were so happy. And a lot of people jealous just because you happy. Your spirit is good and theirs bad. I hope they find out. It just don't make no sense. All them different people that was in that house like that, everybody should have been talked to. But they act like the detective act like they don't even care. The one time, 1 minute the detective act like he cared, and then all of a sudden look like somebody changed his mind about something. His whole demeanor changed. And how they get Brian out of this? I don't understand it. Cause if anybody got a ring camera, they would have saw that giant. Somebody would have saw that giant. So you gotta ask yourself, how Brian get mixed up? Then they don't went over Brian apartment. Okay, let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. They went on the Brian apartment. How in the heck did the scene get to his apartment? The scene got to his apartment. You got to ask yourself, why would you even mess up your school, your uh, your situation that you have going on in your life for some dumbass? Then nobody have to take them kids' life like that. I don't understand how he do them like he cut them up like he did it like steak. This is a person who done this to people or human before. And you got to be strong. You got to have enough wind, energy to keep moving your arm like that. You have to be somebody who been in the gym before, work out before, because your arm is instead of moving. Your arm is instead of moving. Stabbing, 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 just got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, across the neck. And then all of a sudden you decide to go across the neck. After you seen them suffer, whoever the killer was had to see them suffer. That's somebody. Why would they want to see them suffer? Why they had to make sure if that girl had called the police in town, and they probably could have saved someone. But she didn't want to call no police. She didn't want to call the ambulance. She didn't want to get no help for them. If she's a concerned citizen, she would have dialed 911. So to say it was Bryant, y'all really got to prove that it was Brian Kohlberger. And Brian know the law. Brian know the law. He know the law. He know what he doing. Just ask yourself. I'm trying to become the lawmaker. Why should I take myself through this? Y'all got to ask yourself what kind of house that was, what kind of house they was running. Who are these people? And why it happened to them students? Who are these people? And then now the house is torn down. It was broken down into pieces. That man who owned the house wanted to make sure that that house is gone. So it won't bring no kind of memories. How can you even forget? Get rid of that house. Tearing down that house won't let me stop. Remembering those little them kids. I always remember them. But the still thing is, the motive is behind is why? Why not just kill two of them and then go out the house? Why not kill two of them? Why you just coming out and just went right upstairs? And why you didn't come up here and go downstairs? Around the corner? Why you went upstairs first? Why you ain't check the other bedroom doors? What was the reason you not? The door was shut in that other room. You ain't even open that door. So you knew what you were going in there for. How you know who room is what room? A killer, anybody know who room is what room don't been in the what before? In that house. In order for you to know where those girls' room at, you had to been in that house to know that their room is upstairs. Come on, y'all. That's somebody who don't been in that house before. They knew where the girl slept. They knew where the other two sleeps. And a mental mind, mentally, you had a job to do. You had to come in there and do. Whoever did that killing it's not somebody that they know. I don't believe it was Brian. I believe it was somebody that they don't know. And why them? Why them? You knew exactly where those girls sleep because you've been in that house before. You done been in that house before. Who in the world in their mind I go straight upstairs knowing that's where them girls slept? And guess what, y'all? The way the girls slept that night, they knew something gonna happen to them. The girls knew something gonna happen to them. You know why they knew something gonna happen to them? I tell you why. They slept together. Yeah. They slept together. So when they first came up them steps, see, they went in that room. That girl went in that room. They like, dang, man, she ain't even in the room by herself. Now I got two bodies together. Then he opened up the door. How in the hell he opened up the door? He got to know the code. Who used to stay there that know the code? Who they know that know the code to that room? You got to know that code and that door code. And the door code has to be somebody that you know. Come on now. Come on. The people know the people know the code to the door. So now you got to see what you got. You got to ask yourself, boy, I got to fight both of these girls. And they were feeling good because they was out there. They went out to the bar. And she kept saying, what you tell Jack? What did you tell Jack? They act like just, I don't know what kind of people we dealing with here. I don't know what kind of people we dealing with. Do they owe money? Do they have money? Something just ain't right about this case, y'all. But I know y'all get mad when I say I don't think it's Brian. Brian ain't know something because he probably don't hear about it like everybody else. But when you open up that room though, and you didn't see that other girl in that room, you closed the room door back. That girl still could have called the police. She still ain't called the police yet. And then they went into the room, the other room, and it had to be some boom, 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 fighting all that because they were hitting the walls. You still ain't called the police. You still ain't. You could have saved them girl lives. So you had to kill them because they knew who you were. They knew who the person were. And you ask yourself, why did you want them dead? They so young. Why you want them dead? That took a lot of time and energy, y'all. Then you still ain't called the police. What the purpose of you being in that room upstairs, Dylan? In your room downstairs? They didn't even kill them two girls. That's crazy. How you left two alive. Y'all, do that make sense? No. You left two people alive. And one didn't call the police. Till 12 o'clock the next day. At least she could have told her friend call 911. She called and told her friend come over here on the come on over here on the in the crime scene. You don't invite nobody in no crime scene. You ain't all that scared. You would have dialed 911. Putting in the face none of them folks in that house. It's too much going on in that house, y'all. Too much going on in that house. Too much. And I knew somebody gonna get hurt one day. Because it was too many people in and out their house. It was too many. Why they killed them? They were nice people. They let y'all party inside their house. They were nice kids. Y'all taking advantage of them. Y'all took advantage of their house. Now y'all don't took advantage of their life. And y'all trying to tell me that. And then you gonna say, Dylan gonna say, I heard somebody say, somebody in here. She heard somebody say a whole lot Dylan did. I heard somebody say, somebody in this house. Come on, man. Come on. Them folk, it was probably more than one person doing this. Y'all just ain't telling the truth. I hope they find out who did this But it's amazing how somebody get away with murder like this. They got away with murder. Brian ain't the one who did this. It's some kind of somebody mind messed up. They play the music all loud in the middle of the morning. It's just getting high all day, all night. How long did they been doing this? And the night before they were killed, what's the name was looking scary? Zayna? Zayna said, well, I'm about to go to bed. Zayna was looking at the police scary. And they ain't even see no that. That's one thing to make me sit with the police. They try to act like they don't see the fear in that girl's eye. I don't even know the girl. I seen the fear in her eyes. And why did everybody else peep out the window? Everybody was in that house on the night before that happened to them. She said, but I'm about to go to bed. I'm about to go to bed. Man, them girls, them children right there, boy, it don't matter what they was up to, but they don't deserve to be gone like that. And their family don't need to get weak either. They need to stay up on them. I believe it was more than one killer. I really do, y'all. I believe it was more than one killer. And I believe their body was still moving. You can still when you getting cut like that, you can still live. Only things that ain't had to do with call the 911. Why she didn't call 911, I don't understand. I thought somebody else was in the house. I didn't want them to kill us. Man, please. This is one crime that I would never, ever forget because they did not deserve this. These college students, nothing like this supposed to be happening. Y'all, this is some evil play in this thing. Evil play. And them girls so little. And you had to be a coward to kill them. And the only way you were able to take them other two down, you had to slice them across the neck. And then you went right back up and put them around the corner and went back out the door you came in. And gone about your business. And they had to know you went out that door because you went back out the door. Ain't nobody seen nothing. 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. Somebody still woke. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm just leaving out the house going to work. You start around about 4, I'm up at 4:30. Somebody saw something. That you had apartments around there. I hope they find out who did that to them kids. I hope they go down. I hope somebody one day just go on to Dylan tell the truth. Dylan need to tell the truth because she ain't telling the truth. I'm not gonna feel sorry for her. Somehow, I think it's more than one person. It could have been one person do it, but I'm still saying You didn't care how long it take them to do what they had to do. Why they taking their moments like that? Taking their time. And you ain't called the police. That's the part I'm talking about. Who cares about them? Who gonna care about them? They don't care nothing about them kids, y'all. They ain't gonna care nothing about them kids. This is girl last year in college. And they gonna make sure they take her out of here before she leave. What is it that they know? What is it that they know that needs to come out? What happened that night? What did they witness? What did they see? I mean, like, did they know they live there? Did the killer know that they live there? What they doing up there in them girls' room? Why they wasn't at home? Like I'm gonna deal with the police, like the police said. Y'all over here in somebody's house, they ain't at home. Come on, y'all. Come on, real deal. Ain't nobody at home. They wasn't at home. They were walking around, just leaving the bar, drunk out there in the street. And Kayla was on her phone. And what's the name? Like she was just mad. The other girl, not Kayla, but I can't think of their name. I'm not done with this case. I'm not done with this case. It's got somebody hiding their murder. Somebody's hiding what happened to them. And Dylan know. Bethany know what's going on. And they won't even take up for them. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out of here.